Hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are Meeple Reviews.
We are.
And today we're going to be talking about Ice Cool. We're going to be doing a full review of this game. Now, why did you pick this game up?
So, I have a vast collection with a variety of different game types. I didn't have a dexterity game in my collection. I wanted one. And I felt like Ice Cool does something a little different. It had kind of like the weighted bottom, the weighted heads on these little penguin guys, so that when you flick them, you can actually force them to round corners. You can make them jump over walls. It was just a different feel to dexterity.
Right. So, that's how we got it to the table.
Right.
Let's dive right in.
Sure.
To Ice Cool.
Ice Cool.
So what do you think of the art and components?
I think it works. I don't think the art is anything super special. It's kind of kiddish. It looks fine.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of art in the game. The board is like looks like an ice rink or some halls, these different rooms, but it's just very icicle kind of looking.
Right. There are some details, details here and there, and they wrap it up so it forms kind of a box, like you're playing inside an arena kind of thing.
Yeah.
The artwork goes up the walls and over, so there is lots of art that way.
Yeah. But not a whole lot of like cards or stuff like that. There's a few cards, simple artwork on them. Your little penguin card,
just a couple fish on a plate, and that's it, right? It's nothing spectacular, but it works. It's functional.
Yeah, I think the quality of the components are very good. Like the box is sturdy, because you're going to be getting in there and you're going to be flicking things around.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't want like paper thin cardboard box.
ripping the whole thing apart.
Flicking the guys through the wall.
Right.
But no, I think it's good. I mean, it looks aesthetically pleasing on the table. It's not over the top. It's simple, but it does have some charm and some character to it, especially with a lot of these little details that are on the board.
Yeah, there's a couple kind of functional things that I think work for the game, but when I was playing for the first time, I was like, is this a mistake? Is this poor quality? And that's the doors. So you're trying to flick these penguins through these doors to get these fish. The doors don't line up perfectly. There's a little bit of a space in between that is going to kind of maybe you might think it's going to play havoc with flicking your guy through. They're going to get stuck in there. And they do, but I think that's like part of what the game does. Yeah,
I think the doorways are meant to be a little bit harder to get through.
It's not like, oh yeah, you're just going to shoot it through. It's an obstacle to get through this doorway. The doors are also a little shorter than your actual figures that you're trying to shoot through the doors. So you need to get them at an angle. You need to flick them so they're like bending down and rounding through the corners to get through cleanly.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. The first time I was playing, I was like, oh man, like what did they do? Like they didn't cut this right. And then
let me get my scissors out. And start fixing the mistake here.
Yeah, but it's part of the obstacle. It's part of the design in the game to make it challenging and fun.
Right. So what is the theme of this game?
The theme, I think this whole icy arena is supposed to be a school.
Yeah.
And one player is the hall monitor, and you're not in class. And you're running around trying to collect these fish, and for some reason the fish are above these doorways.
I mean, that's a perfectly logical place to store fish.
Naturally. So you're trying to run around and eat these fish, and the hall monitor is trying to catch you and make you go back to class. The weird thing is when they catch you, you don't go back to class. You just keep playing.
Right.
You just keep running around. So the theme, whimsical, doesn't really work, and it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As soon as you start playing this game, the theme doesn't matter. It goes away.
Yeah.
You're flicking these things. Who cares what the theme is?
Yeah, exactly.
At that point. Yeah. The theme, whatever it is, could be reskinned for anything. Doesn't matter in the slightest.
I think it's just there to draw kids in.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, you're a penguin and you're trying to get the fish so you can eat it and run away from people, and their kids are just going to be like, oh, that's awesome. I got to get away from you.
Right.
But it doesn't matter.
What about the rules and teaching? Because you've taught this a couple times now.
Fairly simple. There's maybe like a couple little fiddly rules. But yeah, it's just you flick your guys, try and get through the doors, and that's about it. I think it took 4 minutes for me to teach you the game, and then we were on our way.
Yeah, and those 4 minutes, I was like, all right, let's play.
I got it. You don't need to give me the little fiddly stuff.
I was so excited to just start flicking the things around. I was like, all right, come on. Let's get it going. Right. Let's play the game. Exactly. Yeah, I found from learning the game, it's very simple. You're all revved up and ready to play. And there's just like 3 rules, basically, that have anything to do with anything other than flicking your guy.
Exactly. So very simple. Anyone can learn this game. Anyone could teach this game. I could see a little kid, 5 years old, teaching their 6-year-old brother how to play the game. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. So then on to gameplay and mechanisms.
Right. So I'm interested to hear kind of how you feel, because the last dexterity game you played before Ice Cool, I believe, was Jenga.
Yeah, I think I haven't played a dexterity game in many a year.
So how did Ice Cool live up to your thoughts on dexterity games? Did it bring anything new to the table?
Like playing Jenga, I remember like once the tower fell, you're just all right, let's just pack this up and let's just be done with this.
Right.
Because I don't want to be bothered to rebuild the thing to start playing again. With Ice Cool, I was like, let's play again.
I gotta win.
let's play again. It was really fun. Like it was a fun dexterity game. Like I said, I haven't played a whole lot, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Like there's nothing to set up, right? Like it's just you clip the fish in above the door and you just start flicking and away you go.
Like setup time is 30 seconds. Yeah. Shuffle this deck of cards, put these little clips on. You're good to go.
And games play very quickly. Like we played games that were 5 minutes long to 12 minutes long.
Right.
And that was the whole game.
We played 6 in a row. 6 games in a row. We were doing the first person to win 3 games.
Was the ultimate winner.
Right. And it didn't start off that way, too, which is kind of interesting to note. We start off, okay, let's play a game. And then after we played that, we were just like, okay, let's play again. Yeah. Let's play again. And then it was like, let's play again. Okay, first person to 3 games. The first person to 5 games. No, we didn't go that far, but first person to 3.
Yeah, it was good. The whole point system of drawing the cards, and you can get 1 to 3 points.
Right.
But if you get multiple 1 cards, like if you get 2, you can reveal them to take an extra turn. I think that's fine. I never ever felt like, I'm being messed up by the card draw or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the people who flicked better did better.
Yeah, definitely. Because every time you're going through a door with one of your fish, you're getting a card. And then at the end of the round, if you didn't get caught, you get 1 additional card.
Yeah.
So it's about not getting caught, and it's about getting all your fish. And if you're able to do that faster than everyone else, you're getting more cards. That's simply all there is to it.
I think the funnest thing for me about this game was doing poorly.
Yeah, 100%.
You're like 2 inches from the door, straight on, and you flick it, and you hit the side, and you stay in the same room. Or like you were in like the starting room, and you couldn't get out of it. Like 6 flicks later. Like you were describing, you'll flick it and it'll like curve and go through a doorway, or you flick it over the wall. Yeah, easier said than done. So I think like just that frustration of when you don't make a shot and you're just like, it's so enjoyable. But then when you make the shot, it's just like, or someone else makes this like crazy shot, like Naomi.
Goodness!
Flicked over like 2 walls. We were in the same room. Flicked over 2 walls, hit you, and then like went across the room and hit me as the homeowner, and then that just ended the round. And we were like, "What? What just happened?"
It was hilarious because Jeff tried to go one direction through a door. He missed and bounced off and went into that far corner. Then it comes over to me. I'm like, okay, let's split up so she can't get us really easily. And I flicked. I went over. I didn't get through my door, but I stayed in the same room. We were in opposite corners of this huge room. And she's just like, bing, over 2 walls, hits me, reflects off, flies to the other side of the room, hits Jeff, round over. All right. Me and Jeff were just like, what just happened?
But yeah, I mean, it was so hilarious. So like, you know, when you make those trick shots, and then when you horribly fail, that's when everyone's laughing and just, you know, you're frustrated. You're like fist bumping across the table and just like, oh, it was.
I remember at one point you missed your shot and you were just enraged. You're just like, ah! And you picked me up, like, flinging me around the room in anger. I'm like, what's happening? But you just get these like awesome moments of just genuine laughter and fun. Another time, me and Naomi were both in the same room, lined up perfectly. You're the catcher, and you just flicked right past both of us, hit the wall, came flying back right past both of us, didn't touch either of us, and you're just like, no!
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, this is what this game creates, is those moments.
Yeah.
That just high energy. Like by the end of the game, I was sweating because you're up. You're like, you don't sit down to play the game either.
No,
like you're up. You're
never sitting.
You're running around the table trying to get your different angle and flick and turns go around pretty quickly. We played a 3-player game, so you're always involved. You're always nervous about getting caught and stuff like that. So yeah, it was fun. It was just an all around fun time.
Yeah. Great time.
Yeah.
So moving on to the price point breakdown of this game. Now for Jeffrey, price point isn't really an issue. For me, price is everything. If we went online and Ice Cool was $500, Jeffrey would be like, yeah, that's a fair price. The actual retail price at the online retailer where I bought it was $34.
It's pretty good.
How do we kind of feel about the breakdown of the components that we're getting, the gameplay, the setup, everything?
I think for me, like $34 for this, you're getting a lot of not so much components.
Right, but components are maybe a little just par. I would say they're par components.
Yeah, but I think the thing that makes the components what they are is that little penguin guy you have.
Yeah.
Like there's just a few cards, a few wooden tokens, and cardboard boxes. But it's the little penguins, the weightedness to them. I think that's what, you know, makes it more expensive than just being like a $20 game.
Right.
But for me, for $34 to have the fun that you're gonna have,
yep.
To have the laughs, the frustrations, all that goes on with it. I mean, for me, I'm getting my money's worth. Like,
easily.
I see, like, when you're pulling out this game, you're not just going to play one game. You're going to play like an hour's worth of games. And for $34 to have multiple people getting, you know, an hour's worth of game, even if you just played it the one time, I even think that's worth it. But I think this is something that's going to be maybe even like timeless. Like I can see in 10 years, you know, pulling this out with like, you know, my kids or us again and having a blast.
Yeah. Oh, easily. I mean, for me, this price point is amazing. For the amount of fun that I had, I can't remember the last time I was laughing this hard. Like, we were just falling down on our knees, like, almost in tears when you missed that shot. The frustration, but also you have these super highs and these super lows, and you're just all over the place. I loved every second of that game night. Yeah. It was glorious. So for $34, I would have easily paid more, even though the components maybe aren't, like, you're not looking at the components going, oh yeah, that's definitely right. $35 worth of components. But yeah, the gameplay makes up for anything that's lacking component-wise.
All right, so shall we go on to our final rating?
Okay.
For this game. I'll let you go first, sir.
Out of 10, I would maybe give this an 8.
Yeah.
Like the fun factor is awesome. I think I can visualize me playing it in the future and having the same amount of fun every single time I play this. I don't think I'm ever going to have a downtime playing. Even if you're making those poor shots and you're frustrated, you're still laughing and having a good time. So a solid 8. Just a really good game.
I'm gonna give this one an 8 as well.
Yeah.
Like we've been saying this whole review, it's fun in a box. It's something I didn't think that I would like.
Right.
Being a dexterity game, I like heavier strategic games.
Yeah.
But it's just the fun factor. You concentrate fun in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
It's really, really solid. I don't know how much better you can get at the game,
right?
like skill wise, but regardless of how good you are or how bad you are, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So again, for me, a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah. So highly recommended from us here at Meeple Leaf.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our review of Ice Cool. If that sounded fun, gip yawn, check it out. Even if you're not into dexterity games.
Yes, definitely check it out. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at Meeple Leaf. And you can go down to the description down below, go to board game links, give us some hearts so other people can find our reviews.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It always helps us out. Thank you guys.
Right.
See you next time.
We'll catch you next time.